scared, isolated, confused, depressed, lack of transportation, lack of community, financial insecurity, food insecurity, lack of support and resources through trying to navigate leaving an abusive relationship. When I think about what I hoped my life would look like was to have my family as whole, to not be a single parent. I think that basically sums it up because I wasn't ready for it. I definitely wasn't ready to do it alone. Everything was good. Like, if you knew me before I had my kids and everything was perfect. Like, my career, my home, like, I came home and I had my partner I was with for some time, and then it's just that one day it just all changed. Everything changed. I remember the first day I came to the food bank and I was standing in the line and I was just sobbing. I didn't want to be here. And it's still sorry. I have big feelings about the food bank because when you think about how successful you are and how deep you are in your career and how it internally feels to be standing in a food bank lineup, was very hard. I think this was like one of the hardest things I had to do was reach out to the food bank because I was feeding my son, but I wasn't feeding myself. And having no money to do so, I think just the overall guilt and thinking that I've completely failed because I'm standing here. Yeah. Anyways, sorry. It still bothers me. Back when I found out I was pregnant, coming home, I was so thrilled. I remember one of my students at the time, we did a pregnancy test at my office, and I was so thrilled. And she's like, just go and do a pregnancy test. And I'm like, okay. And coming from having one previous pregnancy loss before, this is super exciting for me to have this opportunity. So I was like, yes. I remember rushing home and getting on the West Coast Express and then getting back to the house and then presenting the pregnancy test. And I remember telling my partner at the time that we were together for some time that, hey, like, I'm pregnant, like, it's happening, yay! And it kind of just, his face went white and blank. And then I was assaulted so bad that, sorry, I had to go and get an emergency ultrasound. And then I got home and the police showed up and she's like, it's gonna be okay. And I told her I was pregnant and it was supposed to be the happiest time. And it ended up not being that. I lost all my friends. I went through the pregnancy by myself. Felt so alone. I lost my best friend. Moving forward just seemed like something that was so impossible to do. I remember when I was coming up to the 9-month mark and my mom helped me through some of the emotions that I was going through in that moment when I was anxiously waiting. And I remember leaving my mom's house and worrying by myself. Was like, it could happen anytime. And I remember my mom's friend was like, I'll drive you to the hospital. It was like 2 a.m. when my water broke. I was terrified. I didn't know what to grab. All the emotions kind of just rushed through. I'm terrified. I don't know what to expect. I'm like, the pain. When we got to the hospital, my mom and him went to go park the car. And I remember going in there and I was just like petrified at that point. Everything kind of rushed at me. And I remember sitting in that room and basically there was another family on the other side and they had family coming to visit them. And I didn't. The emotions were so heavy because it was like, I have a brand new baby and I wanted him to be celebrated and he wasn't. Being a single mom, you can't give up. There's no one else. You look over and as much as you're dealing from heartbreak and abuse and why is this happening to me? And you're sitting there but then you look over and there's this innocent child looking and smiling at you as you're screaming at a wall or you want to scream into a pillow and you just want to give up and cry. You look over and there's a innocent child that needs you. And I think that's where a lot of my I needed to reach out, because so you either decide to give up or give in, and I had decided to give in and reach out for help, because as much as I felt like there was something wrong with me, I felt like if I didn't reach out for help, then my son would suffer. You can't take on the world by yourself, and I feel like even more so right now with the rising cost of living and all the things, like there's so many families going through that struggle, and not many people know about mamas, and they should, because I feel like if we all came together, it would be a beautiful thing, because I know myself, it's just my life has improved so drastically since the moment that I reached out and said, I need a stroller, who can I ask for help?
Receiving the stroller, it seemed like a simple object to many, and I think that many would look at that as just a stroller, but to me that wasn't just a stroller, that was my change, and that was my opportunity to get out of the trenches, and that was my opportunity to look on the positive side and to know that someone was there and had my back.
Honestly, I've never been so empowered and feel the confidence I do. It's because of mamas. I wake up and do the work, but I also know that I have a whole team behind me that's empowering and makes me feel confident. But not only that, I don't just wake up and think about what I need to do. I've been so empowered to do it, because there's so many other families in my situation that need a hand up, and Mama's was my hand up. After that happened, I felt like, okay, well, if they can ship a stroller from Kelowna here, how can I help? And how can I jump in and make a difference? And I don't think we've stopped making a difference since the moment that stroller appeared. I feel positive, filled with hope. I have my purpose back. I found myself through Myraas. I lost myself there for a really long time, and I found myself again. I feel confident and happy and willing to take on the world, because I'm with Mamas, and Mamas has got my back, and I'm excited. They helped me with the stroller, the dresser, my community, food, security, community building. They gave me my purpose back, but not only that, Mamas gave me my life back.